Alright folks, Pachinki's Idiot, we are back playing Blacklist Conspiracy. Let's get the DNA results. After finding this blood sample, I ran the DNA through the database and got a familial hit on the deceased Air Force sergeant named Alan Greenwade. The blood belongs to his sibling. Alan's personal file says he has a brother who lives nearby named Nick Greenwade, a med student at GW. So why is the younger brother of an airman trading college coursework for weapons building? And how does he have the underworld contacts to get his hands on bufotenide? I'm looking for the source of the bufotenide, but I found something else interesting. Alan Greenwade was one of the airmen who bombed the target Stephen Chen tried to warn the government about. Alan took his own life soon after it came out that so many civilians had suffered during the attack. Since his brother's death, Nick has been posting some pretty anti-government sentiments online. Homeland Security flagged them and has been monitoring him as a potential terrorist threat. Maybe Greenway is planning to act on his anger and justify it as vengeance for his brother. We better find him before he succeeds. That looks like Marilyn Manson. I was able to identify traces of the bacteria sample that you found in the biological container, and I wish I hadn't. What is it, anthrax? Botulism? Bubonic? Well, it's a rare form of necrotizing fasciitis, a nasty bacteria that literally eat your flesh. DC Medical was treating a patient who had been infected while in the Amazon. Combining the necrotizing fasciitis with some of the bufonide shipment Reddington told us about would create a weaponized strain of the bacteria. So a thief is going to weaponize this bacteria or sell it to somebody who will? We've got to find him and stop that from happening. Well, for sure. That sounds very dangerous. Well, Cooper sent a team to Nick Greenway's apartment, but he's long gone. They're searching the place for anything useful. In the meantime, let's chat with Greenway's neighbor, Shonda Fontaine. She worked in the lab the bacteria was stolen from. I'd like to know more about just how neighborly she and Mr. Greenway were. I agree. That's probably a good lead. Oh, and in case you guys were wondering, it's dark here because it's like 3 a.m. With a kid and a wife, it's hard to find sometimes to record, so this is the time that I find to record. Just wake up super, super early. Wasn't the fastest, but I'll take it. Excellent work piecing the map back together. There's several sparks marked on it. Let's have it ARAM run an analysis to figure out what they have in common. Oops, forgot to analyze. Oh well. Well, Miss Fontaine, my name is Emma Torres, and I'm with the FBI. Your neighbor, Nick Greenwade, is a person of interest in this morning's robbery, and we're wondering if you could tell us more about him. Nick was the one who robbed the lab? I was worried something like that was going to happen. What would lead you to believe that Nick was capable of something like this, Miss Fontaine? Well, he used to be really nice. Shy kid. His brother was in the military, and he was obsessed with it. He watched all sorts of documentaries about special forces and maneuvers and things like that. But after his brother's death, something changed. He got really angry and kind of scary. Every time I saw him, he was talking about how Alan's death was the government's fault. And then he started asking me a whole bunch of weird questions about my job, the kinds of diseases we handled, stuff like that. He'd never been interested before. Did you tell anyone you were concerned about Nick's behavior? Yeah, I ended up reporting him to the Department of Homeland Security. I was really worried he was going to hurt someone, and I couldn't stand by and do nothing. I guess I was right. Well, sometimes doing the right thing doesn't come easily, Miss Fontaine. I'm going to leave you my card. Give us a call if you remember anything else that could help us find Nick. Alright, we're going to skip this because I have... Well, as you can tell, I've gotten all the stars that I can for now. Well, of all the annotations on this map center around two locations, the National Museum and the Capitol Cathedral. Both tourist sites with large numbers of innocent civilians. If Greenway sets off a biological weapon at one of these spots, the lives of hundreds, if not thousands of people would be at risk. We need to find Greenway and stop him before he can execute his plan. I'll catch Cooper up on everything we've found so far so we can officially make this our top priority. Agent Torres has caught me up on this new matter Reddington brought to our attention, and I agree we need to make it our primary focus. If we can't stop Greenway, countless innocent civilians will die in this biological attack. I need you all to canvass the museum and the cathedral immediately. Agent, you and Keene go to the museum to see if you can find out if Greenway is planning anything there. Torres, go with Wrestler to the cathedral and see what else you can find. You got it. Let's go. There's Greenwade. He's got a detonator. I'll keep him distracted while you flank him. We've got to get that detonator away from him. What? I'm going to legit help this guy out. Cool. Hey Nick, my name is Elizabeth Keene. I'm with the FBI. We know what you're planning to do. I'm here to give you a chance to surrender now before you ruin your life. Back off. You can't stop me. Holy crap, that guy. That is just scary. Yeah, I won't try to. Just talk to me for 2 minutes, and then you can decide what to do, okay? My brother loved his country and his family. He joined the Air Force so he could help keep us safe. His country betrayed him. I have to avenge my brother. I know it's what he would have wanted. Oh, I failed. We can't focus on his brother's suicide. We need to talk him down. Your brother loved you. He wouldn't want you to sacrifice your life for revenge. Trust me, I've lost people close to me too, but the best thing you can do to honor their memory is to keep going. Your brother doesn't want you to die today. My brother would do anything for me. Then do something for him. Put that bomb down. We joined the military to pay for me to go to medical school. Yeah, but he wanted you to heal people, not hurt them. You're right. You've made the right call. Now give me the code so that we can disarm the bomb. I didn't want to do this, but Alan... Oh, she made me so angry about Alan. Here's the code. Now that Greenway has surrendered, we need to find that bomb. Search the museum before it can go off. She made me so angry? Nobody caught that? Oh my gosh. She made me so angry. Maybe it was the neighbor. I don't even know what a bomb looks like. Oh, brother. So, walkie-talkie. Mouse. Pyramid. Wow. I don't really know where any of this stuff is. Crowbar. Statue. And bomb. There it is. Cool. 2185. Nice. Disarmed it in time. Oh, I wonder what would have happened if I didn't. Probably not a good thing. A walkie-talkie. Well, Greenway wasn't working alone. If we can break the encryption on this, it could lead us to whoever he was talking to. Good work finding the bomb. We need to get it back to the post office, figure out how it was rigged. Agent, there's been a shooting at the cathedral. Torres is down. Get over there immediately. Ah, Fnabla. No, not Torres. There's only one other one that knows that about, like, Reddington and us. Glad you're here, Agent. I was investigating the cathedral grounds when I heard somebody pull the fire alarm. I was trying to make my way back into the building when the shooting started. SWAT secured the site, but the shooter escaped. Torres was hit. She's being attended to by medics now. They're not sure how bad she is yet. We can't let the person who did this get away. We've got to search the scene and find something that will lead us to the person who shot Torres. Alright, let's do this. Shell casings. Dustpan. Chalice. In the eye. Ah, there it is. Shell casings. Well, maybe Aram can trace these back to the gun used to shoot Torres. These boot prints look like they were made with blood. Torres's blood. Let's analyze them to see if we can figure out who the boots belong to. This eye symbol is interesting. I've never seen anything like it. We should take it back to the post office to see if there's anything similar in the database. Alright, so what are we going to do? Analyze, examine. That's a lot of stuff, man. Nice. Now that we have the rewire, I can determine the broadcast frequency they were using. It looks like they had a DCS system set up. It'll take some time, but I can use the security code to try and triangulate the location of the paired receiver, broadcasting the matching code. Cool. Alright, so we got the bomb. Oh shoot, it's on the right side. I wasn't paying attention. Oh, what? Okay, that's it. Wow. Okay. I should have checked beforehand. Paired fuse structure, shape charts. This is a unique bomb structure. I doubt Greenway has the sophistication to build something like this. Wait, this is the same bomb structure that was used in Lebanon in '84 and the sarin gas stacks in Mexico City. Whoever built this has been active for a long time. It's long before Greenway's time. Whoever he's working with has a lot of experience and a lot of blood on their hands. And they said it's she. Anyways, guys, I'm going to grab a bunch of stars and I will be back here. This is my Pitching Ace 88. Over and out. Alright, folks, Pitching Ace 88, we are back. Let's finish some of this stuff off. Well, the tech swept the scene and isolated the prints that matched the shooters. Apparently, they entered through the front door, but they escaped through the priest's quarters. They went straight past 3 other doors to find the exit. The shooter must have been very familiar with the layout of the inner sanctum. Interesting. There's one other person in the church when Torres was shot, a priest named Patterson Evans. Let's get back to the cathedral and have a talk with him. Interesting. What's the classified document? Find out the Harbinger's sense real identity. Oh, well, that's just part of that's just like part of the regular case, so. The markings on the shell casing mean that this bolt was fired from an FBI-issued gun. I submitted my ballistics report to the central office, and they should be able to tell me soon exactly which agent issued this weapon. Could the shooter be an FBI mole? We need this done quickly and quietly. If there's a threat within our own ranks, we don't want to let them know until we're on them, and we can narrow down their identity. Oh, that would be nuts. I ran this logo through the system and found records of it being sighted in places across the world over the last decade, from war-torn cities in Syria to industrial accidents in Central Europe. However, no group's ever taken credit for it, and it's generally been assumed to be a viral tag of some sort. This logo was in the church where Torres was shot. We're potentially dealing with an enemy involved in more criminal incidents than we've ever dreamed. We'll continue to work to identify them. That's crazy. That's not good. We'll use the broadcast signal to detect the paired walkie. We found it in an abandoned cafe 2 blocks from the museum. Well, if Greenway was using a walkie, he must have had a partner, likely using the cafe as their base. We need to find that partner before they can stage another attack. Off to the cafe. Agent, you're all in my prayers. May God's grace shepherd your fallen comrade through her injury and deliver justice to the one who did this. We appreciate the sentiment, Father, but we have some questions we'd like to ask you. Nice. You told the local police that you didn't see the shooter because you were watching the local news, correct? He's gonna say yes. What? I feel that Father Evans isn't being as honest as chosen profession. He said yes. Oh, how we screw this up, man. Well, the shooting happened at 11:30. The local news doesn't come on until noon. Something about your timeline doesn't add up to us, Father Evans. 11:30? Alright, look, you got me. I was playing Pai-Gow online. I was down to $2,000. I had to make it back. My parishioners found out that I was gambling. I'd be ruined. Is there anyone who can corroborate this, Father? I was alone, but I can get you my credit card statement. We found footprints indicating that our shooter escaped the priest's quarters. While you were gambling online, did you see anybody come through here? Fortunately not. I have the computer set up in the basement so I can use it out of view of any parishioners or employees who might drop by unannounced. I wish I could help. Thanks for your time, Father. We'll be in touch if we have any further questions. Seems fishy. We've got quite a bit of evidence, but so far no promising leads. There's something we're missing here. Let's take what we found so far at Reddington. With any luck, somebody who moves in his circles will match the profile we're developing. Agent. Harold, I trust that you've uncovered useful information about the person who attacked our dear Agent Torres. Not exactly. We got a med student with no criminal record or weapons expertise who chose to become a terrorist. We've got no leads on the criminals who gave him the materials to weaponize the bacteria. We also discovered Torres was shot by someone intimately familiar with the cathedral's layout, using an FBI-issued pistol. The attacker then painted an eye logo on the back of the wall in Torres' blood. So Greenway, by all accounts a lightweight, went to the museum with his bacteria WMD. Meanwhile, across at the cathedral, a much heavier hitter was in place to take down our dear Agent Torres. This was no mere coincidence. The first event was engineered to set up the second, a clever ruse designed to bifurcate your team, so Torres could be picked off with extreme precision. This sounds like the work of a sanctimonious figure known as the Harbinger of Sin, a gun-for-hire who closes his mysterious activities and lofty rhetoric of giving corrupt people what they deserve. He targets members of the military or other government employees. His modus operandi is using go-betweens with whom he fabricates crises to lure targets to locations where he can kill them unseen. The logo, though, is new to me, but I suppose it's important to add a little flourish just to keep things interesting. So if this is the work of the Harbinger of Sin, somebody's targeting Agent Torres specifically, or is this a scheme concocted to launch an attack on the post office itself? I can't say for certain, but for safety's sake, we should assume that everyone who works at your facility is in danger. We're going to find out who the Harbinger of Sin's target is and who hired him. We're going to have to track him down. Oh, so Torres is corrupt because she's working with me, but I'm also corrupt. Well, the paramedics have managed to get Torres stabilized, but her condition is still listed as critical. They're not sure if she'll make it through the night. Everything we've found so far clearly indicates that Greenway wasn't working alone on this. According to Reddington, he's probably the puppet the Harbinger of Sin was using to lure us to him. Talk to Greenway, see if you can get him to tell us who helped him execute his plans, so we can find them and determine who hired the Harbinger of Sin. Nuts. Mr. Greenway, tell us who you're working with. Who did you send to the cathedral? Cathedral? I hadn't made it to the cathedral yet. This was my plan alone. Well, we have proof you weren't working alone. Show him, Agent. No, duh, it's the walkie-talkie. Yeah, this walkie-talkie with you at the museum. Who are you communicating with? Fine. Shonda was talking me through how to set up the device. Wait, are you saying that your neighbor Shonda Fontaine was helping you plan this attack? She was there for me after my brother died. She liked me. She was the one who made me realize that the government was responsible for his death. I told her that I wanted to get back at them. She told me what she had in her lab, helped me figure out how to turn it into something I could use. She was the one talking me through setting it up. And was she the one who went to the cathedral? Was that the plan? I was going to go to the cathedral if I survived the museum. I never sent anyone else to the cathedral, especially her. I wanted her to stay far away so she wouldn't get hurt. Well, thank you for finally coming clean with us, Mr. Greenway. I think Miss Fontaine has earned herself a follow-up interview. I think so, too. Okay, well, obviously we're going to send him there. 76. Biological bombs are very tricky to build. If Greenway had help, Miss Reddington can definitely find out who is selling their expertise. Claim. So Miss Fontaine is actually more than a concerned neighbor. If she was helping Greenway to secure supplies, then she's definitely got to have some underworld connections. I'll consult some contacts to see if they heard anything about a person matching Fontaine's description trying to get bomb supplies, and who may have been helping her to do it. Well, the central office just told me the identity of the agent whose gun matches the shell casing left by the cathedral shooter. The casings are from your gun, Agent. My superiors have already issued a warrant calling for your arrest. I know you didn't fire those shots, but I have to keep you here until I can convince my superiors otherwise. I would, however, like to offer you your one phone call. You'll want to take this one. What? We're arrested. Nice. Quite the predicament you found yourself in, isn't it, Agent? In this stressful time, I was worried you wouldn't use your one phone call wisely, so I decided to take the initiative for you. It should be clear to the people running the FBI that you're being set up, but once again, they've proven themselves easy to manipulate. They make it so easy that it almost isn't fun anymore. I loathe cliches, but if you want to get this one done right, we'll have to do it ourselves. You're more useful to me following leads than you are sitting in a cell. I've had Agent Keene lobby Harold on your behalf. She's convinced him of the benefits of taking your investigation off the official record. He's waiting to speak with you in the war room. Nice. Once Taurus superiors learn you've escaped, there'll be a full investigation. If they catch us on the camera helping you to break out, we could all be indicted and unable to settle this case. I can make it seem like our cameras are suffering from electronic interference. It'll give you a big enough window to get what you need from the post office and then plan your escape. Perfect, Agent. Get what you need from the post office while ARAM takes care of the cameras. We don't have much time, so you'll have to hurry. That's awesome. Who knew, man? Who knew you'd be sneaking out? Blueprints. I'm so excited that I can't find anything. Laptop. FBI keys. Travel mug. Where are blueprints? Oh, they're underneath the watch. Clever place to hide them. Well, these are the master blueprints for the post office. We can't let the building security detail catch you making your escape. Wrestlers should be able to help you find the best way out. This laptop has a host of viruses in a secure folder, including the one that will disable our security systems. I need you to access it so your fingerprints will be on the computer. I'll handle the rest. I believe Agent Keene also wants to have a word with you before you leave the post office. No doubt she has valuable insight on working with Reddington. It's like the Great Escape, man. Well, I'll be ready for working with Reddington, Agent. I'll admit, I was surprised when he said we should break you out. But given your performance, it makes sense to have you in the field. We tried to bring Shonda Fontaine back into custody, but she's gone. Red's theory is that she has criminal friends who are helping her hide. We'll be working on clearing your name while we follow up on leads about Taurus's shooter. In the meantime, you and Red will use his underworld contacts to figure out why Shonda manipulated Greenway into building a bomb, and where she got her hardware from. I know Reddington can be quite convincing, but just remember, you're an FBI agent. Don't do anything for him that would compromise your integrity. Good luck, Agent. We'll be helping you from here as much as we can. Don't worry. Alright. So... oh, that's easy. Did not notice that they had, like, the border. Good work assessing the virus. It should be able to take down the security network long enough for you to escape. It'll take me a minute to get in the system and make sure it's armed. Let me know when you're ready and I'll activate it. Sweet. So anyways, guys, I'm going to grab some stars. I'll see you guys back in this Pitching Ace 88. Au revoir.